Hello children, hope you all are fine. Today I am going to explain arrays. This is a totally new topic to you and it is very important topic as far as your board syllabus is concerned. So let's see what are arrays. The point of discussion for today are introduction, that is what is the definition of arrays, need for arrays, why do we use arrays in the Java program, types of arrays, its syntax means how it is declared, memory representation, how array is stored in the memory of computer. Referencing array elements means how we can access any particular value within array. Array initialization means how we can store some initial default values to the arrays. Let's first see the introduction part. As far as the definition is concerned, an array is a collection of variables of the same data type that are referenced by a common name. Here you should pay attention to the same data type. That means actually it is a set of the values, not a particular single value, but a set of the values, and all the values in that set, they are of the same data type. They may be all integers, they may be all double, they may be all characters, but the condition is they should belong to the same data type. Arrays are reference data type. You know there are two types of the data, primitive and reference. Primitive data types are inbuilt data type, and arrays as well as the objects also, they are the reference data types. Arrays are the way to group a number of elements into a larger unit where the values are stored in continuous memory locations one after another. Means it is a set of the values. So how these values are stored? Actually, these values are stored one after another as a group inside computer's memory. Now, what is the need of array? Why do we use it? Array can store and process large volume of data, and it is easy to manipulate data by using various array operations like searching and sorting, etc. You can understand this by the help of one example. Suppose there is only one variable in the program, it can be declared in a simple manner like int a. More than one variable, of course, again, we can very easily declare, suppose double x comma y comma z. If there are more number of the variables also, suppose 10 variables, 12 variables, still we can manipulate them. We can just handle them properly like char ch1, ch2, ch3, ch4. But see, if the number increases, then it becomes difficult to handle. For example, in your class, suppose 30 or 40 students are present and we need to store the marks of the students. So instead of declaring separate variable names for each and every students and their marks, what we can do, if they belong to the same data type, for example, marks all are integer numbers. So what we can do, we can group them together just like this, array int marks 50. Means all the marks of the 50 students, they can be grouped together, the same variable name, that is marks here. 50 is the size, that is how many marks can be stored, and int is the data type, means all the 50 values that are present in that group marks, they are all integer types. So what is the need? The need is, it is very easy to handle the large volume of the data. Now, how many types of arrays are there? Basically, there are two types of arrays, single dimensional array, that is 1D array. It is also called as the list or the vectors. Next is the multi-dimensional array. Now in multi-dimensional array, in our syllabus, only 2D arrays, that is double dimensional arrays are there. And these double dimensional array or the 2D array, they are also called as the matrix. Now we will discuss only 1D array, that is the single dimensional array. Let's see the syntax. How do we declare 1D array? For the single dimensional array, the syntax for the declaration is data type, array name, square bracket is equal to new data type within square bracket size. You know, it is not a single individual value, it is a set of the value. So we need to declare what is the size, means how many maximum number of the values it can store in a set. So data type array name square bracket is equal to new data type within square bracket size. For example, int arr square bracket is equal to new int 10 means at the most 10 values can be stored. The variable name is arr, which is common for all the 10 values and all belongs to the integer data type. Next you can see double x is equal to new double of 50. Here the size is 50 means maximum 50 values we can store inside this particular array x. Third example you can see char ch is equal to new char 26. Now here they all belong to the character data type and the size is 26. One more thing you can notice here, the keyword new. That is, this is the keyword which is used to declare and create the array. Then base type. The data type of the array is called as the base type of the array. Now in the given examples, we have seen that 3 examples are mentioned: int arr, double x and char ch. So in the first example, we can say the base type is integer. In the second one, the base type is double. And in the third one, the base type is character. So base type is actually the data type of the array. Now keyword new. This is very important keyword. And let's see what is the purpose of that. As the definition says, new keyword is used to create array or object. It allocates the memory location to array as per the size defined in array declaration. Just now I also told you that array and object, they are the reference data type. Okay, so whenever you create any reference data type variable, we always use the new keyword. For example, scanner sc is equal to new scanner system.in. We always use class scanner whenever we include any input statement. And input statement is used with the help of this scanner class, which we declare like this: scanner sc is equal to new scanner system.in. Sc is the object and this object is created with the help of the keyword new. Then int arr is equal to new int of 50. Here we are declaring array and this array is created with the help of the new keyword. So you can see that the new keyword is used for both, for the creation of array as well as for the object. Sc is the object of class scanner. It is created with the keyword new. And arr is the array and it is created with the help of keyword new. Actually, the purpose of new is to allocate the memory location. It assigns the memory locations to the particular variable. Memory representation. The values or the array elements are stored in contiguous memory locations one after another. Since it is a set of the value, not a single value, so these values actually they are stored in the linear format one after another. All these memory locations are numbered. The memory locations are numbered from 0 till size minus 1. You know, we declare the size at the time of array declaration. We mention the size. Now suppose the given example here, int arr is equal to new int 5. So the size is 5 and the memory locations will be from 0 till 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can just look at the example given here. You can see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are 8, 15, 18, 9 and 55. These are the values which are stored inside the array. And arr square bracket is the array variable name. Now look, if we want to print any particular value or if we want to access any particular value, how do we write the statement? The statement here given is system.out.println arr of 2. We want to print. So system.out.println arr of 2. Now here the output will be 18. So you can just see arr of 2 means the array variable arr and the value which is present at the location number 2. Whatever you write down inside a square bracket, that is actually the location number. And you can look at the pic given here. At the second location number, the value 18 is stored. So the output is 18. So now how do we refer to any particular array element? Referencing array element means if you want to print, if you want to manipulate or do any type of the operation with the help of array element, then how we are going to refer? See, each array element is referenced by the array variable name along with its memory location number enclosed within a square bracket. Now here comes a new keyword, that is subscript. The subscript is the memory location of an element in an array. Okay, that means it is the particular location number. For example, take this example again. Int ARR is equal to new int 5. 5 values we are going to store inside array name ARR, and you can see that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 5 location numbers starting from 0 till 4. That is always from 0 till size minus 1. And 8, 15, 18, 9 and 55. These are the values which are stored inside the array. Now I want to print second location number value. So system.out.println ARR of 2. Output is 18. Okay, so we can say the value which is stored is 18. And what is the subscript here? Subscript is 2. That is the location number. Array initialization. We can also initialize the array with some value. Means not only the declaration, but at the time of declaration, we can also assign some particular value. Array initialization is done by writing comma separated list of values enclosed within curly braces. See the example given here. Int ARR square bracket is equal to, within curly braces, you can see the list of the values mentioned here is 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. You can see some difference from the declaration. In the declaration, we mention size within a square bracket. And in initialization, we mention the values separated by comma enclosed within curly braces. So here also the array will be created, and how it is created? Again, in a linear manner, values will be stored one after another like 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Of course, the location number will start from 0. And here you can count 5 values are there. So the location number will be from 0 till 4, that is size minus 1. So the first element is ARR of 0. Always remember, the first element is always stored at the location number 0, and it is 2 here. And the last element is the fifth element. It is stored at the location number 4. So always remember, the last location number is always size minus 1. So here the last element in this example is ARR of 4, which is 10 here. Now, function length. Function length is used to calculate the size of array. That is total number of elements in an array. Just now you have seen that when we initialize the array, we do not mention the size. We only mention the list of the values separated by comma. In that case, how to calculate the size? In such type of the example, we can calculate the size by using function length. The syntax is array name dot length. This is the syntax. For example, if we initialize in this manner, int x square bracket is equal to, then within curly braces, we have separated the values like this: 8, 15, 18, 3, 55, 23. So the length is equal to 6, means how many total elements are present. And how you can mention the length? By writing x dot length. Whenever you want to mention the length, you can just write down x dot length. X dot length will give you the total number of values present in the array. Of course, the range of the subscript will be 0 to 5 here in this particular example. And x of 0, which is the first value, is 8. And x of 5, which is the last value, is 23. That's it, children.